Art. I know, right? Genius hit me early, around 6th grade. So we got a new printer at work. It's one of those all-in-one things that are pretty standard now. The old printer was nice, but it was an antique, so it jammed easily and copies weren't as clear, and those sorts of problems. Also, we had some issues with ink running out too quickly, which meant that someone was printing a lot, maybe a little too much, so then we had to find a way to track prints. The new printer requires printer codes. Not a big deal. I created these little cards with everyone's printer codes and the 1, 2, 3 instructions for adding the codes to their computer settings, and voila, it should be as easy as pie. Except making pie is not easy, so whoever came up with that saying should actually try baking once in a while, or just talk to Paula Deen. And yes, I realize that's not what that expression means. Anyway, we got this fancy new printer that has no problems. But everyone had problems. It wasn't so much that the printer malfunctioned or the codes didn't work, it was that we changed something. We got something new and different, and there was no before announcement or preparatory memo or even a vote. We don't vote on change. This is a corporation. There are rules and there are followers, and that's how it is. Everyone has their panties in a wad over not giving permission to institute a new printer. I'm Emmy the Office Girl, and I'm here to complain to you about a lot of people who complain to me. I'm Emmy the Office Girl, and I'm here to bait your breath and get your hopes up as if your thoughts really matter to the company. Shortly after the printer incident, a box showed up on my desk. It's labeled Suggestion Box, and it arrived with a set of instructions. Actually, this is the printed memo that was also emailed to everyone in the office. I'd like to read it to you. Memo. To Los Angeles Branch employees. From Los Angeles Branch Administration. Date January 19th, 2014. Subject Suggestion Box. For the collective camaraderie of the company, we have now established the Suggestion Box for your immediate use. You are encouraged to submit as many alterations or suggestions as you wish. Anonymity is appropriate but is not required. As your administration team, we will collect all suggestions entered into this box and bring them forth to the attention of the people, you, upon which the people, you, will be allowed to vote. The institution of the suggestion box stands to reconcile the previous separation between the administration, us, and the people, you. If you have any questions, please don't ask them. Okay, first. Secondly, I'd like to bring your attention to the actual box. It looks like a ransom note. Who's being held hostage here? Me? Yes, me. They took my brain. Let's also discuss who made the box or who sent the memo. Really, Los Angeles Branch Administration? That's Chartreuse and me. I did not send this memo. Chartreuse did not send this memo. Chartreuse doesn't even know how to send a memo. We're still working on mass emails that aren't simply hitting reply all. I think it's only appropriate that I now read to you the suggestions with which we will reconcile the previous separation between the administration, us, and the people, you. If we're going to do this suggestion box thing, I suggest we have 30 days notice before any change in policy takes effect. Why does it have to be a suggestion box? Why can't it be a suggestion ship? This one also came with a toy ship. We should no longer be required to provide our own Baileys for our coffee. It's too expensive to pay for it out of our own pockets. We have a no tolerance policy on alcohol in this office, so I'll be raiding that person's stash. Clothes are art. Art is expression. Expression is a freedom of the American citizen. All American citizens employed with this agency should be allowed to dress the way they'd like, so that's everyone except Harriet. Harriet is an executive at our New York branch. She's also British. I fail to see how she would care about this at all. Thank you very much for providing us the opportunity to give suggestions. I will do so when I find something that I believe needs altered, but I am quite satisfied with this company at this time. This one is signed Amelia H. Davis. Amelia has an irrational fear of hurting anyone's feelings. Staff working hours should be relative. What is morning to me may not be morning to you. My 9 a.m. may be your 9 p.m. Well, what is work for me may not be work for you, so maybe let's at least have similar work ethics before we discuss a change in working hours. But really, who sent this memo? This is good. But you know I don't like secrets if I'm not the one keeping them. Tell me now so I can smite you and continue being the best of the humans in the office.